My friends, welcome to exercise 78 of my 200 3D CAD problems in FreeCAD series. Exercise 78 is a fairly simple one. Previously on this type of object, I have done this object in part workbench. Today I want to give it a try in part design. In fact, if I do this object in part design, I won't have to recall I won't have to take help of another second workbench like lattice 2 or draft workbench to do these holes. I can do everything in part design workbench. So before I create a sketch, I want to take a moment and process this image. I want to calibrate this one for this largest diameter, which is given as 70. Right, and I want to leave that on XY plane and then relocate the image to match the center at this hole center. There, I think that's a good position to be in. Now my first sketch is going to be on the XY plane with these two circles inside and outside. So there it is, and let's go ahead and put some dimension constraints on it. Outside is 70, inside is 16, and that's it. I want to pad it up for 10 millimeter, and that's our first pad. So I'm going to say base. Now I want to use this pocket feature to do this outer 4 holes, and to do that I'll have to draw a sketch on XY plane. Right, now if you'll notice, the sketch is at the bottom, which should not be a problem, but we'll have to make note of that the sketch is at the bottom of the object that I want to make a pocket out of. So let's turn on the section view and do our first hole and put some dimensions on it. This dimension is 8.6 diameter, and this circle is 54 millimeter diameter, so it would be 54 divided by 2. So that's our first circular hole. Let's say rename that as sketch hole 1. Now to do the hole, we simply click on the sketch and click on pocket, and then we say through all. It should pop in, but it's not doing anything because the sketch is at the bottom and it's going downward, so we'll have to select reversed. That way, there is our hole. Alright, now I want to make a polar pattern to make 4 of these replications. There are some filleting on the edge. I want to leave that for later. So let's go ahead and apply polar pattern. So select the pocket that I want to do, and I want to make 4 replications, and that matches with our holes. So that's our first. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this hole, which is looks like a counter bore hole to me. And here we can see it's a outer diameter 10 millimeter and inner diameter 5 millimeter, and it's halfway through. It is 5 millimeter on both sides. So I can do that, but I want to place that sketch on top of here. So the one way to do it is select sketching, XY plane, hit OK, and now close it. So we know that this is the sketch, so it will be sketch hole 2. And I want to attach that at a height of 10, right? I'm going to say base dot length. There it is. So now our sketch is at where the head was. Okay, now that we have taken care of that, let's go ahead and do our pocketing. So on this specific one, the only thing matters is that, so let's hide this polar pattern for a moment. The only thing matters is the distance between these two centers. The diameter is not that much of an important thing. So I'm gonna say go ahead and make this distance as it should be. It's on a 32 millimeter diameter circular area, so it will be 16 the distance, and we still have 1 degrees of freedom, which is not important for this case, but let's go ahead and then specify that at 10 millimeter. Okay, so that is our hole to be, and I want to click on, so select this sketch and click on hole. So pocket and hole, the intuition says both are the same thing, but technically there is a difference. So we will apply hole on here, right? Here to achieve the goal here, like a counter bore hole. I don't want to go with the regular profile thing because we will be specifying the dimensions of ourselves. So the through hole will be 5 millimeter there. So that's our through hole, and I'm going to say through all. So it's through all. I can see that. Now on the type one, which can want to say counter bore. Now it gives me an option. If it is a 5 millimeter diameter hole all the way through, the diameter of this counter bore would be bigger than 5. So which is, for our case, this is 10 millimeter. All right. And then now it's asking how deep this 10 millimeter should go. It should go 5 millimeter from the surface that we selected there. So that's our counter bore hole done. Pretty simple. This is also used to make holes for bolts. We can come here and then select regular profile or like standard profiles for bolts and make it threaded, which is a topic for another day. For now, we achieved the hole we wanted. Now I want to go ahead and then apply polar pattern. And by default, it says 2. We want to have 6 of them. And there. Very simple. We achieved our object. Lastly, I want to do chamfering. It says 0.5 millimeter chamfer, 45 degree angle, and it would be on all of this. I want to try. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and then select all the edges that I want to do chamfering and say chamfer. And I want to say 0.5. There. We have everything that we needed. I hope you liked this process. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.